A lot of them are very scared tonight, and the police say this was a brutal crime. The student was found on the sidewalk, unconscious. It is very wet. You're looking at about 2 to 3 inches of rainwater. It's not a pond. It is not a lake. It's actually a resident's front lawn here in Fountain Inn. And they are not alone tonight. A lot of tears tonight, but they are staying strong. They believe she can still come home safe.
Nikki, did you feel it down there? And tell me what you're hearing from people.
It's actually a lot of shock down here because I did not feel anything. My photographer did not feel anything either. Well, we're here outside of the DOT in Spartanburg, and if you take a look, you're going to see there have been trucks out here nonstop tonight filling up with salt and brine. Say the features of an iPhone are completely underused for self-defense, like the camera that can be used to record the face of your attacker. Demolish the structure, including breaking down brick walls. You do have to stay inside your vehicle. You're going to need a couple things to stay safe, so I kind of set up an easy little set here of things that you could find inside your home. Medic marijuana, they were found earlier last month by the police department. And also take a look at the outside of this building. Deputies say tonight that somebody had also tried to scratch off or remove the serial number on that gun that was involved in this incident. It just comes up to my knees, and these wheels are actually just about 16 inches. Since I'm the self-professed zombie expert, I'm going to give you guys a look at what this attraction actually looks like. Obviously, and this, if you can believe it, is actually just a portion of all of her supporters. Just hours after officials say South Carolina experienced some seismic action, the town of Edgefield is buzzing.
South Carolina's great for Valentine's Day because you can feel the earth move.
Employees here at the old Edgefield Grill say they were just finishing serving dinner when it happened.
I was in the kitchen and I heard a really loud rumbling sound. It just sort of dawned on us that that was probably an earthquake.
The shake originated 7 miles from town in a densely wooded area. Officials say the epicenter of the earthquake is somewhere in these woods, but they say they've already found damage on this church that sits just a few yards away. Emergency management officials say at first they didn't notice it.
It came back and made a second sweep, and suddenly we looked up a little bit higher. We just missed it, or either the cracks just developed.
Hairline fractures in the brick exterior of China Grove Baptist Church, and pieces of the roof scattered. A heartbreaking discovery for the pastor who grew up here.
That made my heart wanted to race a little bit when they told me it was damage to the church. And
Pastor Luther Garrett was shocked at the force he felt of the earthquake at his own home.
the house shook, just shook, but looked like about 3 seconds.
Now at what he says is his second home, he's torn up to notice more cracks, more fractures that weren't there before.
I know his people can repair that, but I'm just wondering how.
But yet he's relieved the church was empty, so his congregation that belongs here at the church crews are now calling the landmark of this earthquake are safe tonight.
Nikki Davidson spoke with some of the experts today. So Nikki, can guns be a romantic gift?
Well, it's a little unusual, and if you look all over Greenville, you're going to see there are a lot of places that you can buy those traditional gifts like jewelry, but I spoke to some experts today that said that it's what's inside the box of ammunition rounds that really has the twinkle and gift that keeps giving. Sweets, roses, and gunfire? A look at this isn't what usually makes people feel the love, but that might be changing in the upstate.
A lot of husbands want to know that they can give their wife something that'll protect them if they need it.
And now it's pretty easy to do it with some style.
It is out of the box. Not everybody's the same. Some people like to be a little adventurous with their gift giving.
Instead of a typical handbag, what about a concealed carry purse? Or maybe even a little bling and sparkle, jewelry with real bullet rounds. And there's always the option to bring out the big guns. Literally.
Husbands come in and want to buy a shotgun and give it to their wife. They're like, let me get a 12-gauge pump action so she can have it in the house. So it's definitely something people think about.
Even gift certificates have found their way into the trend.
Nothing says I love you like a concealed weapons permit class.
Personal defense instructor Shia Kim says Valentine's Day is a popular time for husbands to buy their wives some class time. She even sends out an email like this to thousands of her clients every year. Kim says, according to dozens of happy customers, firearm training can be a romantic gift for that someone special.
Them a gift that would possibly save their lives or save them from a violent attack. I mean, what better gift can you give somebody?
Now, Diana, you may have been raising your eyebrows at some of that ammunition jewelry. Well, I can tell you that I'm actually wearing my own pair of studs right now, so I guess you be the judge about whether it is stylish and fashionable. Back to you. Weighing in at 21 pounds, flashing a dangerous smile, and a mighty tug. During arts and crafts, recess, and snack time, 1-year-old Wyatt is fighting against an invisible enemy, a disorder that's called transverse myelitis. It left him paralyzed earlier this year.
Put it in.
But as you can see, it hasn't stopped him. He's already won back the use of his upper body.
He's progressing great. He's only been here a couple of months and we've seen huge gains.
And the arms that first pumped these wheels are keeping him moving.
His arms are a lot stronger. He's able to do a commando crawl. He drags his body across the ground.
His therapists say reaching, standing, pulling for him is hard work, but you wouldn't be able to tell it just by looking at his face.
Quack, quack, quack. He's always smiling and he's very motivated to work hard.
But there's still one fight Wyatt hasn't won yet.
Initially, the thought of him having to be in a wheelchair was devastating. Now it's just a part of who he is. We're okay with that.
A neuromuscular electrical stimulator device helps contract and strengthen his leg muscles in therapy. But he still has no feeling in them. They're hoping one day Wyatt will walk on his own. But no matter what, his family says he's already won the biggest fight by inspiring others with a huge grin and a big fight from a little body.
You never want your child to be a poster child for an illness. But it brings me comfort to know that there's a reason that Wyatt got sick, that something good's going to come out of this, that it's not going to be a disease that people don't know about.